Hello to everyone. This video is prepping for pennies and prepping for barter. So you can see my orchid has revived and I have 3 flowers sprouting. Let me give you a close-up. I got this orchid for my birthday and I'm glad I knocked it over and I thought I ruined it, but I guess it revived. Okay, so rule 2, enjoy life. Of course, I have jasmine tea. And when I first tried it, it's not quite ready. I said, well, I can't like it. It's like a flowery taste. Well, you acquire a taste for it, and it's not bad. So what I have is I have a tea assortment. I'm having jasmine tea. And when I finish all the tea I have, and I have a lot, I will go to the Iraq store and I will buy some good tea. You know, if you're going to drink it, it's cheaper anyway. Shelf-stable milk. So, okay, prepping for pennies and prepping for barter. Okay, I told you guys a story. My client went to Mexico and she went to a polygamy compound down there. You know, polygamy was kind of illegal in America. But also that's just where they wanted to go. And when she got down there, there was no work. So it was decided that her husband would run back up to America and he would try to get work. And so she stayed down there with her little girl, and one day a man came up and said, ma'am, your daughter is really starving, and he gave her a bag of beans, a bag of rice, and he gave her some vegetables, and he told her to plant a garden. So now, one thing about the bag of beans and the bag of rice is what vegetables would you buy? Well, you would buy squash, you would buy tomatoes, and you would buy onions for sure, because those will go good with your beans. And I noticed, you know, I worked Hispanic shops and I thought, what's with this squash all the time? You know, I would eat green beans, carrots, no, green beans, corn, and mixed vegetables. You've seen me do that, but these are really good to go with your beans and rice. Okay, so you have your squash. This is spaghetti squash. And so I drizzle with some oil. I put some salt and pepper, and I wanted to bake it. Okay, so now in America, we have, in a way, we have learned helplessness. You know, well, we can't do that. Yeah, we can. Okay, so what I did is those are all the seeds I got out of my little squash. I used my oil from 99-cent only. And so now what I want to do here is I cut 2 holes in the bottom of this little cup. I want to test seed. If it doesn't sprout, I will try another one after I dry them, and I will just put one in there for a test seed. And so this way you're going to generate your seeds. You're going to be smart. You're going to try. Some are going to fail, but that's okay. That's to be expected, you know. I had a mishap today on my seeds, so watch out for this. I broke 2 of my... I'm very destructive. I break everything anyway, but I was sad because, you know, I broke my plant. My plants. That's not funny. So I gotta be careful. That's your resources. Okay, so you could, one of the things that's gonna be valuable to barter for is plants. But what you could also, so I have a little bit of fertilizer stick. I will find some I will find some liquid fertilizer eventually when I find a good price, not until. So this is my test seed, and I will label this seed so I don't, this is a spaghetti squash. And then when my seeds dry, I will stick them in one of these little containers and label them. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm prepping seeds. Okay, if something happens, you know, I've been watching these videos, the power grid will fail. So what I'm going to try to do is I will try to come up with some non-electrical light to be used at night, just as long as I get one, most likely some kind of solar. As long as I get one, I can move it from room to room. Another thing is I will be stockpiling cans. I can put seeds in these, or I can put plants in these. So from now on, one of the things I want to prep is containers like this for the seeds. So now when I get and there was quite a few comments on how to sprout various vegetables. So you guys might want to check those out. And the seeds that I bought for 25 cents were this many. Okay, so that was prepping for pennies. If you don't have any soil, just buy, and watch out for your plants. Wow, I'm so destructive. Okay, so now this is my squash plant. And prepping for barter. So remember the story about my customer who is going to grow pot plants? And I said, wow, I'd get seeds myself if I was doing it. Well, you'd get seeds anyway. Okay, so one of the followers mentioned that she was doing the prepping $5 a time. And I thought, yeah, you know, that's a good idea. So today I bought this oil, and these are big 32-ounce oils for $1 at 99 cents only. And the thing about oil is, if anything happened, you can barter with this oil. People start running out of oil. And the other thing that's like cash money is cans of beans, or beans and rice. But I actually saw them. So what I am keeping my eye out for now is dirt cheap dented cans. Okay, let's see. So we don't want to be helpless. We want to start, you know, being self-sustaining. I heard that a lot of the plants are engineered to create Terminator seeds, so that's why I'm trying it. Some of them might not work. And then, you know, prepping for barter seeds. And okay, so now today, so here's $4, and the fifth thing I bought was this bologna. And what I want to try is I want to cut this bologna in chunks, you know, like those cheese chunks. I want to fry them, some, cut them in chunks, put it on some rice, and then I'll have some top ramen and some flamin' hot Cheetos. So this was my $5 of prepping. Now this is way more food than I'm going to eat in one day. So, you know, I thought that was a very great comment, of course. And then there was another great comment. Just a minute, I'll be back. Sorry, I wasn't very well prepared. Okay, so one of the followers mentioned this, and I thought this was really, probably one of the best comments yet. Her grandmother would make beans, and she would put lard, technical difficulties, lard in the beans. Okay, the way beans are really good is you can put a little oil, maybe a tablespoon, salt, pepper, and sugar, and then eat those with cornbread. I thought that was one of the best comments ever. That's prepping for pennies. And then if you have rice, beans, cornbread, or tortillas, and if you buy the matzah and that you add water only, that's going to be cheap. You're not going to starve. Okay, now about the budget. Okay, today I bought one Diet Coke for $1.09, and I bought $11.15 worth of stuff at 99 cents only. And the thing I went for is potatoes, because tonight I will make some vegetable stew. So I will have some vegetable stew, some squash, some rice, and some kind of meat. So, okay, now this is going back to the comment. You have a little of this, a little of that, a little of this, and your food is going to go further. That's why fried rice goes so far. You have your Spam, you have a couple eggs, you have a pile of rice, you have some vegetables, and you have some soy sauce, and you have a big pile of food. And you guys, if you don't have any dirt, get some dirt outside. Don't be ridiculous. Start trying to be self-sustaining, and I will be back with some lunch. I'm very hungry, and God bless you all.